Buy or sell Dynasty offseason edition. We got one player to talk about today, and that is Elijah Moore. Had some great flashes throughout the season. A guy that Badake, you in particular, loved in the pre-draft process last year, and you were hyping him up throughout the offseason. And now we're talking. We're saying, are we buying or selling? Buying means we're trying to get as much stock of him as possible in this offseason through trades. Selling means we're going to cash in on the value. We don't really know for sure. Right. So, Badake, I want to ask you, Elijah Moore, are you buying or are you selling? I think I know the answer.
I'm absolutely buying, and I try to be unbiased as possible because coming into last year, he was my favorite player coming into the draft.
He was your favorite out of any prospect. He was your favorite.
Yeah, out of any prospect, he was number one, just purely because the talent, and I think he's just a good guy. Okay, number two, but look.
Great guy.
Great guy. Look, week 7 to 13 after the bye week, they always say, rookies start to kind of find their ground after their bye week. He was wide receiver 3. He did fantastic things. Obviously, the only question is Zach Wilson going to can be that guy? Can he be consistent? We saw a lot of terrible plays from Zach Wilson. I don't think Jamison Crowder is going to be there anymore. I think they're going to get rid of a lot of this wide receiver room was crowded. Elijah
it's going to
Moore
look completely different next year.
Exactly, and I think Elijah Moore is going to be the main focus here. This whole Jets team was trying to figure out who they were. A new offensive coordinator, a new head coach, a new quarterback, a lot of brand new weapons. But look, Elijah Moore is an extreme talent. It's just a beautiful thing. I had a bold prediction last year coming into this year that he was going to
finish top 15.
Yeah, top 15. And obviously that didn't happen. He was injured. He did miss 6 games.
Well, yeah, look, from week 14 onwards, he didn't play, but he was on track to be a top 20, top 15 type finish if he continued. I'm hesitantly buying Elijah Moore.
I agree.
Okay?
I can understand.
I'm hesitantly buying here. Another situation, again, talent over situation. I'm always going to believe in talent in Dynasty, and I think it's safe to say that Elijah Moore is a special talent. I think we all saw the flashes this year.
Right.
From week 14 onwards, he didn't play, so he didn't get to finish with like the flashy finish, which might actually be advantageous for those of you who want to go out and buy him. Like Badake said, from week 7 to 13, he was a wide receiver 3, but more important, in that time span, he was top 7 in targets, and he was second in touchdowns. So not only was he getting targeted, the issue with Kyle Pitts is we're not getting touchdowns. But with Elijah Moore, we're getting targets and we're getting touchdowns. So you can see the production from a fantasy perspective. I know that, like, I agree. The jury is still out on Zach Wilson, but I liked what I saw from Zach Wilson towards the end of the year. He was starting to build a little bit of confidence.
They were understanding.
There's a little bit of a worry, though, still with the connection of Wilson and Moore. We're still worried about that. From week 7 to 13, this great span that Elijah Moore had, Wilson only played 2 of those games. He only played 2 of them. And in the first game, Elijah only scored 9.3 points. Right. But in the second game, he had over 20. The good news is in both of those games, he was heavily targeted, 8 and 12, respectively, in both of those games.
Yeah.
So you can see there's at least a connection there. I'm hesitant on Elijah, but I do lean more towards buy rather than sell. I don't think there's a scenario where I'm selling Elijah Moore if I have him. Do you know what I mean? It's going to take a lot.
I agree.
So this all comes down to price if we're willing to sell or buy. So what's a price if you want to buy Elijah Moore? What are you willing to give up to go get him?
I think, to be completely honest, and we spoke about this a lot if you follow our other channel, we did a trade, actually. Elijah Moore. It was Elijah Moore and Michael Pittman. I gave you a first and something else, I think a third or something, for Michael Pittman.
So I got Pittman a first and a third, and you got Elijah Moore. And I think that's a good piece if you truly believe in. I believe him as a person, but I think if you're just trying to bare minimum, I think a first, low end first is decent. Yeah. Mid end first is decent. I think anything more than that, if you get a first and a piece, like you could throw away a third. That's essentially kind of what I did. You throw away a third, you kind of see what happens. But I think that's a good price. I see him once again. I still do believe he can finish at the top 15, top 20. If you project him into the next 5 years, he could definitely be a top. And
worst case scenario, if Zach Wilson doesn't work out, he doesn't have an amazing year with the Jets, the talent anywhere else is going to be great. And he's young. He's 21 years old.
Yeah. All right. By the way, I think Michael Pittman, if I look at it right now, Michael Pittman in a first, I think that's too much for Elijah Moore at this moment. I'm not comfortable to give that up. But I want to throw some scenarios out for people. Okay. First off, in 2022, the draft is not as spectacular as it was last year. So I'm willing to give up a mid-first, late first-round pick for Elijah Moore. Okay. I'm willing to do that. That's definitely something that I'm comfortable with.
Right.
And in 2023, if you are a win-now team, your draft pick should be later on in the draft. Right. So maybe you think that way and you can make that move. But here's the deal. If you're a win-now team and you have Elijah Moore, I wouldn't be opposed to like getting someone more secure. Let's say someone's rebuilding and they have Cooper Kupp. Maybe you do Elijah Moore and a first in 2022. Get Cooper Kupp if you're a win now team. Like these are trades I'm okay to maybe explore. But I have Elijah Moore ranked as a top 20 dynasty wide receiver.
Right.
So if I have him, I'm probably not moving him unless I'm all in and I want someone more secure. That's kind of where I stand with him.
Yeah, I agree.
But let us know in the comments down below if you have any trades that you're exploring right now for Elijah Moore. We'd be happy to offer our thoughts. And happy trading. Yo, what's good? Thanks for watching. We got a lot more videos.
A lot more.
If you want more videos.
Watch it.
You can also subscribe.
Right now.
If you want to.
You need to.
And lastly, don't forget that you can sign up to support the show and get exclusive content by going to patreon.com/fantasylandfam.